What's up, everybody? It's your boy Matt Brabby. Listen, I'm out here today, finally get a day off. Yes! And I've been putting it off long enough. For those who don't know, I've been looking at hundreds of thousands of aquascaping videos on YouTube. And those who really know me know for years I've always loved aquariums. I've had cichlids, I've had goldfish, I've had assorted tropical fish. I just really love it because it relaxes me. And a big shout out to all you U.S. veterans out here. You know, this is something we can do to calm us down. Because, you know, we suffer from anxiety, PTSD, and other things. But long story short, man, this has been one of the best hobbies I picked up. It's expensive, but it was great. And what I did was I went on Facebook Marketplace several years ago, and I bought this aquarium. It's a 50-gallon hexagon, and I've had it running for years. But one morning I woke up and it sprung a leak because the silicone, of course, after a certain amount of time, you know, goes up. So I emptied it, and then it really moved me over to the aquascaping thing, where I bought a small fish tank to rescue the fish, and I began to scape it. And this year I really got real serious. I went out and got me some fluval stratum. I actually lined at the bottom, and y'all will see that video. The video link to that aquarium is in the description. But I aquascaped that. That was my first experience, and it turned out pretty good. I put fish in on last night, and I put some tetra, some Buenos Aires tetra, some other tetra, the red-eye tetra, and they're doing great. Some Cory catfish. Great tank. But long story short, I'm going to get to doing this silicone, cleaning this thing up, getting it ready to hold water, resealing it, and then we're going to go from there. All right, check it out. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, finish this back one. You know, I've had it long enough. This is the first time I've ever resealed an aquarium. So I looked at enough YouTube videos. It ain't rocket science. But one thing I can say, when you do anything with the aquarium, take your time. Take your time. Don't rush through it. Never rush through any project. You know, when I bought this aquarium, I think I paid $75 for it. I think I paid about $75, and I think I got my money's worth out of it. Alright, so but got your acetone. You need some blades to remove it. I went on to Amazon, and of course they told me you can get other type stuff. Look, I've spent a couple of extra dollars, and I went and got the ASI American Aquarium Sealant, and it says 100% safe silicone. Of course you could go to Home Depot, buy stuff, but I just wanted to get some safe stuff for it. A caulking gun, and of course a vacuum cleaner to vacuum everything out. That's the stand that I got that came with it. It's all mess. It's dirty. I'm going to rinse that off, get everything prepared. right, everybody, still working, about 95 minutes into it. This is what I got done. Check this out. All right, family, I'm about 2 hours into this thing. They made it look so easy on YouTube. But again, I'm not a professional. I'm taking my time. You know, I got the razor blade right here with the guard. So I'm taking my time. I ain't trying to go to the hospital. And so far, let me show you what we've done. All right, this is the inside of the hex. And as you can see, I had to be real careful around where glass meets glass. And I'm not finished cleaning. I still got some areas to clean up. I'm going to be going around it a couple times, clean it off, and using acetone. I had to use acetone earlier than I thought because it was real tough at the bottom. It was a real thick plate. But it's coming across pretty good. All right. An hour later, there we go. Got pretty much all of the silicone on the inside cleaned off, and it's not been easy. Trusty, I've been through a couple of razor blades, been through a couple of these, and of course plenty of got that from the dollar store. So once that is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this out a few more times with acetone to make sure we don't leave any trace of the last silicone inside the tank. Once we do that, I'm going to prep it for the sealant. All right, stand by. The one thing you want to do is when you are sealing an aquarium, and this is real talk, you got to be patient and you got to go over it and over it and over it. It's not a 1 hour thing, a 30-minute thing. It can take hours. Why? Because you got to make sure you got to make sure that you remove all the old silicone from inside. You got to make sure you don't go too deep into it where the glass meets the glass. All right, so I'm on like hour 3, real talk, around 3.5 hours in, and I got my white towel, I got my acetone, and I'm going over filling each line all around, making sure it's smooth and excuse me, it's silicone free. All right, it's important. You can't have the old silicone or won't adhere, and you'll fill this up with water and you'll have about a massive leak, if not a collapse. So you have to take your time. I know people on YouTube make this seem like it's so easy to do. You can do it. I mean, it is not difficult, but it takes patience, attention to detail. So remember, this don't just happen overnight. We got to stay on this, right? And look how clean it is in the inside. I'm gonna switch hands. Look at this. I've been going through and I'm still not finished. Okay, I'm gonna go through it a couple more times to make sure we get those fine pieces out of the way, vacuum it, and then I'm gonna prepare it, put some tape in and prepare it to be resealed, and then leave it out here overnight to cure for about 2-3 days, and then I'm gonna fill it with water and let it sit for a couple of days. So hold on, we're gonna have some fun. All right, y'all, good news. I'm finally finished. 4 hours. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some bleach and water and clean out the inside. I did some alcohol to clean it up, but I'm gonna do some bleach and water to just really fine tune that area, make sure there's no living bacteria from that last sealant, because you know, a lot of times that you can see a lot of black mold and gunk underneath it. I want to make sure this thing is sterile, so when I start adding new fish in, it could be a fresh new start. Okay, so as you can see, she's clean. I'm gonna run the vacuum a couple more times and then get it ready, taped up, and get ready to start adding the sealant before it gets too late. All right, stand by. All right, I know I didn't show you guys the silicone situation, but I was running behind. It's getting dark. It came out a little bit of messy, but it's done. And I got a lot of overage. I'm not worried about that. I can take a razor blade and go back and make it neat after it dries up. Clean up the glass a little bit. But yeah, it's not a professional job, but guess what? Hopefully it holds. When it dries, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here, clean up with the razor blade, make some straight lines, and then let it set for another 72 hours. I'm going to let it set for like 3 days, and then I'm going to do my first water test. And then after that, I hope everything works out. Thank y'all for the ride. All right, more to come. Check it out. Done. All right, fingers crossed.